Hi. In the last part of this tutorial, we'll finally be able to see a result of our development. Uh, I finally found out the main reason for the problems. The reason is that eventually we didn't really configure it as good as we should have. I went back to the VueFire official documentation. Please check it out right here. You can get in the getting started section. We already did this part in the documentation, and now we have to add the following code. We should initialize the Firestore plugin, which is something that we didn't do, and you have to do it here in the main. Okay, uh, here. That's the first step. And the second step, we will change a bit the Firebase GS file we created here and adapt it to comply with these imports here. Okay, so we will. It's not very. There is not much difference. The only difference that we have to put here the import this dash app. We can do it like this from one side because we have to import the app side, not the Firebase, and we have to add the import Firebase Firestore to the mixture. Okay, it will tell us that it doesn't recognize auth, or at least it should have. Maybe not here, but here it will tell us that error that it doesn't recognize the auth object. It's okay for now. We are not working with that right now. We will see how we execute that. And finally, it's already showed. It's showing the solution here, the solution we wanted. And now it's finally everything perfect. The introduction section loads, Firestore section loads the information of the collection students into the array my students, the array which was defined up here, and that array is being shown here. Okay, thing is that the reason why we have to define the array first as empty is because initially the web page loaded without any student, and later on, because it's asynchronous, it will show that information. So it's very important to initialize the array empty, because as we are working with things that are on the net, yeah, there is a distance of communication, it may take a while before it loads all the students. Meanwhile, the thing has to stay empty. So just to keep doing some new changes, let's see. It may not work at the way we're working. It's sometimes it doesn't work anything, but well, let's try it. In theory, because of the nature of Firebase, if we update the collection, it may also automatically add here the information. That's one of the powerful things of using Firebase. Firebase notifies the client, in this case Vue, that there was a change in the database, and it updates it. It should work. If it doesn't, well, we will check already in the next chapter how to fix that. Danny. Okay. So if we save, exactly. So it's working great. Thing is that VueFire evolved a lot, and now they created this section to automatically be constantly connected to the VueFire here. Okay, so all the synchronization, all the updates, it's already being controlled by these functions. So as a developer, it's much comfortable to use this system to create a smart, interactive solution. We can even make a small game in which a user presses a button somewhere, or a chat, even a real-time chat, where you enter a text that updates the database, and automatically it updates all the different users that are watching this web page. And with this, we finally were able to create an end-to-end solution that connects everything together. In the following chapters, we will start making a bit more complex components, and we will finally create a very simple e-commerce solution in which we will create our own store, create a component called cart, in which we will be adding different stores elements, and in the end we will allow the user to buy, to buy those products. That's it. Thank you and see you next time.